that you need to be prepared for what God is getting ready to do. This elevation will be a separation. There's going to be some people in your life that will not be able to go with you on this journey where God is getting ready to take you. And you have to be prepared to be separated. Don't question why me and such and such used to be friends. Somebody might say, well, what happened to the niggas? She was coming around all the time. God is separating. He's separating. Everybody can't go where you going. You would like to take them to come, but everybody can't go through the same door that you're going. Some people will never get to where they're going unless they're connected to you. And God is saying there are leeches. There are people that don't need to be around you because I have an expected end for you. I got an expected end for you, Corey, to do you good and not harm. I got an expected end to bless you, to anoint you, to bring you out of darkness, to break a generational curse that was on your family, on the men in your life, and the men in your family, that it will not show up in your DNA. It will not. The Bible says your latter days shall be better than your youth. That God will wait till you start getting older and bless you better than when you was young. But you know, he's old. I heard Pastor G say, look, now I'm old. He said, I got all my hair. I'm looking good. Everything, what he tells us is that my life feels a whole lot better in my older age than it was when I was younger. That's the kind of God we serve. Other people start saying, when it's getting old, when you're getting old, and nobody don't want to do that. According to the word, as you get older, your life's supposed to get better. It's supposed to get better because you gain experience and wisdom in life that only God can allow you to learn. All that stuff that you went through that looked like it was bad for you in your younger days, that become your what they call your schoolmaster that begins to teach you. Don't go this way. And then you're supposed to share with the younger women. You're supposed to share with the younger men and tell them how God preserved you. But many times we don't want people to know where we come from. I go houses, millionaires, people that if I begin to tell my story, they tell me I'm lying. They say there's no way you would do that. I say, I can't believe you smoke cigarettes. I said I used to smoke. I started smoking at 5 years old. My sister used to steal them from the neighbor and bring them and give them to us. But God delivered me from the nicotine. I tried to quit, but I couldn't quit. The Lord delivered me from it. And a lot of other things He delivered me from. But the moral is that we all got a story. And God will give you the opportunity and the time to tell your story. The evidence is when God really come in your life, you don't look like what you used to be. If people knew your story, I tell you, if people know your story, what God really brought you from. We see people, you don't know what they went through. You don't know what they struggled to go through. My little sister was telling me a story that I never even embraced. How her and my mom would walk the streets at night because there was nowhere to sleep. Today she's in a position to counsel other people. But if you look at the story of what they went through, you would say, ain't no way you can be fit. But God used those traumatic situations to use us to be a help to other people. I couldn't imagine my mama walking up and down the street trying to stay up all night looking for a pit grill to sit up because they didn't have nowhere to sleep. That might sound like a disgusting story to you today, but the benefit is, look at how my sister came out. She's a mother of children today, with the husband of one man that they've been to. I tell people all the time, I don't know no other men that my sisters have ever been with, but the men that they're with today, the men that they're with, did they have hard times? Yes, but they learned to hold on to the altar of God. Despite what they've been through, too many times they was broke with 3 children in the house. Many times no food to eat with 3 children in the house. But God made a way out of no way. And today it becomes a testimony of how we got over. Don't be ashamed of what God has brought you from. Somebody needs your story. Somebody needs your testimony. You mothers, these young women that are praise today. They need you more than you could ever imagine. These young women that are on the job, you need to take them and put them up under your wings and say, come on, baby, let me show you how to be a young woman. Let me show you how to press your way. You don't have to tell your body to make sure your child eats. You don't have to do all these different things. Let me tell you how God made a way for me. You got a Bible, baby? Do you know anything about it? I don't know how to pray. Are you talking to me right now? That's the way you talk to God. In your special way. Just tell him what you need him to do. God, I need help. God, I need you to deliver me. God, I need you to keep me. God, I need you to surround me around the right people. We need people that are compassionate. Don't you know one of the spirits that we should have is compassion for other people? How can we sit and watch young people fall apart and you're not moving to want to help them? Young women that are doing things that you know that you once did, and you don't have kind words to pull them to the side and say, baby, there ain't no way to go. There ain't no way how to do that. Don't you step out on your man. You need to be at home at night when the street light go down. Don't you leave a man with the opportunity to want to go and do something because he's trying to be vengeance towards you. Oh, you don't get this. My pastor told me one time, they were best preaching when people quiet. So we look for everybody to be shouting and jumping. Sometimes you're knocking on the hearts of people and you're looking for them. You can't hear nothing to get a lot of noise. But when you're quiet, the word penetrates your heart. Now, listen, I want everybody that's here today to be victorious type of people. I'm decreeing today that your life begin to change, that it begin to get better, that God begin to open up doors, that he begin to put people in your life that can influence you to go to the next level that you need to go to. The enemy has come in and peeked into your future and see that God has a plan and he wants to come in. He'll send anything to come and distract you from out of your way. He's going to get love. It's a distraction. It wasn't love, it was a distraction that came to interfere with the plan that God has for you. He said, I have an expecting to do you good and not harm. I want to bless you. I want to make your name great. I want to give you favor with me and with men. That's the plan that God has. I don't care what you get him doing. You need to know the plan that God has for your life. He wants to bless you. He wants to turn your situation around. He wants to make your name great. He wants to make you a CEO. He wants to make you a millionaire. All you got to do is believe that. We think many people going to hell for adultery and fornication and all these other things. The Bible says hell is going to be filled with unbelievers. Am I right, preacher? He said unbelievers, people that didn't believe that they could get ahead. They didn't believe that they could be a CEO. They didn't believe that God favored them. They didn't believe that they could have the desires of their heart. They didn't believe that God wanted anything to do with them because they were past mistakes. I'm a living example. If God can use anybody, he can save anybody. If he saved me, a man like you, my God, let me tell you something. What do you think God can do with your life? That I did, have what I did. If God can do it for me, don't entertain y'all. But I'm so much a whole lot better than what I used to be. Don't you let a temporary situation become a permanent factor in your life. Whatever you're going through, it ain't gonna be forever. It ain't gonna be forever. It just feels like it. It just feels like it. You are coming out. You got to stay in your season. You got to go through a dry spell. You got to go through being broke. You got to go through being sick. You got to go through being broke up. Talk about lying on. But don't give up in the midst of what you're going through. It's going to turn. Matter of fact, it's turning right now. I said it's turning right now. It's turning right now. And the nail is getting healed right now. God is doing the work right now. The Lord is ministering to him right now. Things are changing right now. And you need to know if God is for you, who can be against you? Who can be enough? Who God enough to stand against God? Who can stop you? You can't even stop your own self. Whatever God has for you is for you. You got to I'm down for a reason, so I can look up. But if I'm down and looking down, that's another hopeless situation. Sometimes we gotta just look up. Yesterday, a young lady came here. I was in the church in here by myself for about 4 hours, just in the presence of God. Sometimes I like being like this. I didn't know I could be that intimate with God. Sometimes I don't even want to leave. It's just so good of a place to be. It's a safe place. It's a comfortable place. The woman walked up right there with my nephew standing there. I said, what's wrong? She was just looking up. I said, what? I said, somebody up there? But that was God letting me know that that's him in looking up. The man of God started talking about the Lord. He had a dream of looking up. God wants us to look up. Everything we deal with today has got us to looking down. They don't want us to see the glorious hope of God, that my situation is going to get better. The situation is going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. It is going to get better. It's going to get better. But if I go somewhere with a pastor, scared to lay hands on me, saying that the Bible says you shall lay hands upon the sick, and they shall recover. That's a promise, baby. God is commanding us to do certain works in the ministry that we have to. If you need a prayer today, I got 2 other people here that's equipped to pray and cast out any devil that is tormenting you. All you got to do is fold it up and say, I need some help. There's power in the word help. When you cry and say, God, help me, he hurried up and jumped in the midst of your situation. But pride won't let us know that. Won't let us tell people we need help, we need deliverance. We just going around, going through the motion. Sometimes me, myself, I need some help. I need the help of God. I don't need the help of people, although God will use a person to get me to the place that I need. Some things I need him, his own self, to come and see about me. Because if he don't hurry up and come, I might mess it all up. I might mess it all up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So I read the word and the impartation. It was an exaltation, really. When you all been watching, I didn't need you because all when I was talking was word, but I don't make it a practice not to give you a reference from out of the word. And as I decree those supernatural blessings over those that are healed, I'm going to decree the same thing over you. As spiritual leaders, our job is to decree the blessings of God over people, houses, land, increase in every area. That is what God wants us to do. You think that the people that you hang around decreeing that God bless you, that you don't get anything out? You need to go somewhere where somebody can decree. The Bible says, whatever you decree, it shall be established. What he's saying is, whatever you say, God gets behind what you say and bring it to pass. When nobody never declares the will of God and the blessings and favor, how do you want to receive it? The Bible says, how can you hear unless you have a preacher? And how can he preach unless he be sent? God has people designated as sent to pour in your life. That's why it's important to seek God where you need to be. Who is it that has the word for my life in this season, God? Not join the church, but be where he's speaking relevant to your life. Just because the crowd there don't mean God there. Don't be deceived by the crowd there. Don't be deceived. Sometimes you can go, I got developed in a small church where it wasn't many people. Because what? I got a lot of one-on-one teaching and some rebukes and some things that I needed that would help me. Today you rebuke people, they're ready to fight you. But it's very important to be corrected. When a man can't be corrected, all you got to do is look at his life. He ain't trouble. He ain't trouble. You have to be able to receive correction. Every time you get corrected, according to the Bible, it says you go higher in the spiritual realm. Every time you get corrected. But if you never get corrected about what's going on and what you're doing in your life, you ain't growing. That's what you tell God, you don't want to grow. I don't want to grow. Correct people can tell me. Just watch their life. Just watch. Correction is very good. The word last week told us, he said, rebuke and correct with authority. It's better. Open rebuke is better than secret love. You love a person enough, you love enough to tell you the truth. I always use this reference. I'm married to a woman, she don't mind telling the truth. She don't mind rebuking me. I just don't like when she starts screaming. Tell me in a better voice than that. Don't scream like that. But that's the way that God uses her. And I have to embrace the correction because God gives us a helpmate to help us meet our obligation. Not only financially, but spiritually, with wisdom. Loving me enough to tell me you're doing this wrong, you ain't doing that right, you need to go this way. Let's come together and do that. And it's a fight to do that. A relationship coming together with another person is like sandpaper. You got two pieces of sandpaper. They were rough. You ever felt sandpaper? You rub together, they're rough. But the more you rub, the smoother it gets. But you gotta rub. If you think you're gonna get in any relationship, and all of a sudden, stop believing the lie and the hype. If people tell you get married, it's gonna be a whole movie. You're like, well, that's a lie. There's some work in your relationship. If you ain't showed up to work, you can't be just one person willing to work. Both of you got to work together for one common goal. Many people making children and doing all kinds of things and hadn't had the opportunity to establish even knowing what it is that you're living with. Who is it that you got? Every time somebody leaves, you got, where you at? Where you going? That's insecurity. I don't want no woman that I can't trust, or no man that's a woman that you can't trust. We have to have some security and belief in our relationships, but that comes in time. It don't come overnight. And if you ain't willing to work in a relationship, the best thing you need to do is exit out of it. Because you're going to always have to show up to work, not just on the physical job, but work on the relationship of coming together, two people as one. Two people as one, where you get to the point. I remember Cicely Tyson on Tyler Perry movie. The man died, and she said, I was with him so long, I started thinking like he was thinking. I would answer things before he could answer. Why? Because they became one. See, that's something that takes place when you come. You ever see people that have been together so long? I say, y'all look alike. But that don't come overnight, man. That comes with time. So I want to encourage you all that this week is going to be a better week. Tomorrow, I want to pray for you if you need.